I'm so tired. Eepy, in fact. Alright, let's start a poll real quick. Tomorrow. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright. I'm really under this fucking desk. I'm really under a fucking desk. This was certainly a choice. I don't know why I did this shit, but I did. It's for the copper top stuff. It's for the good boys. It's for the good boys. Greetings, folks. I have been live for 4 days, and I want to die. Not on this one. This live just started. No. I am talking about the subathon that I've been doing since Friday of last week. A subathon that was originally supposed to go for 12 hours and ended up going for over 4 days. Now, let's just talk real quick about what I've learned doing a subathon and what I could recommend for folks who are streamers or are trying to be streamers and are trying to do a subathon in the future. First thing you want to note, you have to schedule this out way out ahead of time. The first thing you're going to want to realize is that, like, you might be hyped for a subathon, but, like, other people have to be too. That's obviously self-explanatory, but, advertising, blah, 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 blah. And then what's the point? The point is that you're not going to do a subathon until you've built up a network. You want to know how I ended up doing a subathon for 4 days? It's because I made a friend through a friend who owns a Discord server with lots of people. The types of people that will get annoyed at a Discord ping queuing for their league match and then just donate all the money that the goal was asking for, which is exactly what happened in my case. Anywho, if you're gonna do a subathon, you're not gonna be able to do it when you just make affiliate on Twitch or anything like that. You're going to have to spend time networking. Like, a lot of categories on Twitch and a lot of streaming in general is viewed as a zero-sum game. It's viewed as excuse me. It's viewed as everybody's a competitor, but at the low level, there's plenty of viewers to go around. So leverage that network. I have leveraged that network by, making friends and, trying to do collaborations. I work with, the illustrious Crispy Synchron. Crispy Synchron on YouTube. Very, very good. Makes really awesome Yu-Gi-Oh animations. We met through some just Yu-Gi-Oh tourneys or whatever, and now he's gonna run some tournaments in his community, and over time our communities have had some level of overlap, which is cool. I have made a bunch of streamer acquaintances and associates over the years just by living by the mantra "lift as we climb." While I am very much have my opinions about my time at part of the year up program, and by and large year up how I treated some of my friends that I sent into the said program. I will say that the sentiment of lifting while you climb is especially pertinent in the content creation space. Collaborations with people is important, especially with stagnant content or static content that isn't live streaming, but even with live streaming it's valuable. You need to take time to build a network of peers as far as streaming is concerned before you want to do a subathon. My subathon was technically successful because, one rich guy donated the goal for the memes. Awesome. Now Copper Tops here gets to get the surgery he needs, which is important. And that's the big thing. First of all, you gotta put it out in advance. Honestly, I would put out the heads up for the subathon 2 months in advance instead of just the one, or the 3 weeks I did. As far as the actual subathon, what do you do? Well, subathons live and die by engagement. So, depending on what you're trying to do for your live stream, you're going to want to have tools like Stream Avatars, which is a $15 application you can get, and it's very, very useful. I encourage you to check it out. You're going to want to get things like crowd control games. Crowd control is a free application you can use, and it'll allow your viewers to change, edit, and do things to your game while you're playing. A lot of the TikTok, Minecraft YouTubers use that. It's a valuable resource. You're going to want to also have people on. You're going to want to interview people. You're going to want to talk to people. You're going to have conversations. There's going to be a lot of, you want to try and limit the amount of time it's just you silently staring into a game playing something, because you want to find more ways to, if not engage with the audience directly, which is the first thing you want to focus on. You're going to want to make engaging content that people want to sit back and watch, that you can then record while it's happening, clip, and upload to your channel later to double dip. Third, first part is advertise through your network way ahead of time. Second is make sure that you keep up the engagement. Third is time management. Obviously, being awake for multiple days at a time is deeply, deeply, deeply unhealthy. It's not something that's going to be successful in the long term. So one of the things that I've tried a couple different things since this was my first subathon I thought I would share. I was originally just going to sleep, and take maybe an hour break here and there, but leave the stream on the entire time and just go for the entire length. Unless you have a beastly computer and you're running your stream separately on a different machine, that's not going to happen. So what's going to happen is that your computer's going to go, and after 48 hours of it being live, is going to have you are going to be talking into a camera and about fuck all else, because any other processing you're trying to do it's just not going to happen. So one of the things you're going to want to do, so what I settled on was you do about 10 to 12 hours on, right? You do about 10 to 12 hours on. Then you do where you're just on playing games, going, and then you do something called Eepy Hours, which is or sleeping hours or whatever, where you set up a place in the office. I set it up under the desk. I have it set up with a camera here, which you can probably see on stream right now. You can see me talking into it like a yippee. Subathon's going on right now, by the way. This is just a kind of fun little thing I wanted to do as I'm kind of winding down. I'm about to go to bed. And then you sleep as much as you can on stream, and then when you wake up, after about 6 hours, whenever you wake up, whenever that might be, you cut the stream. cut the stream, turn off your computer for about anywhere for like minimum 4 hours, and so your computer has time to basically kind of breathe, cool down, make things better. Like this room is a hot box right now. It's unbelievably like hot in here, not because the heater is running. The heater is off. What's hot in here is the computer. It's generating so much heat. It's absurd. So, and then once those 4 hours are up, ideally you'll be awake there. And the reason why you want to time it that way is so you can sleep in a real bed for a couple hours if you need. B, get some chores done, shower, try and like have some level of dignity. And basically, yeah, that way, like, you have a couple hours where you don't have to be anxious about leaving the camera unattended. Either way, I got about a day and a half left. By the time this is over, I'll be at about a day and a half-ish left that I have to do. It's exciting. But yeah, as far as getting a subathon sort of ready to go, all things considered, ladies and gents, just to surmise, you aren't going to be able to do it until you have built up either a network of fellow streamers that are able and willing to promote you to their audience as well, and leverage your social media and all that stuff. You have to do it well in advance. You have to make sure that there are enough tools equipped, whether or not you are being actively engaging with your audience or not, that they're able to engage with soundboards, crowd control games, stream avatars, Streamlabs bots or whatever, and games and stuff that people are able to play. So, even if you're not necessarily like all there at the moment, they're able to engage with the stream in ways that feel meaningful. Third, 18 on, or rather, 18 on, 6 off. And that ratio of 18 is more like 12 hours on, 6 hours EP, 6 hours the stream is off. That way you're able to do a couple things. A, you're actually able to sleep. B, you're cutting down on the timer, especially if it's like a especially long one. And C, you're giving your computer a rest. Those are that's at least what I have found that works for me. As far as the timing is concerned for subathons, you can do just 12 hours on, 12 hours off. That's completely viable. 12 hours on is still really hard though. I wouldn't recommend it. Worst case scenario, like if you, it really does depend. If you've got like a mild subathon going on, and and you've probably done a 12-hour stream, and that 12-hour stream has turned into a 16-hour stream, I'd say just gun it and do it. But like if you're getting like multiple days, you have to think about, I would genuinely recommend thinking ahead about what that's going to look like, because I didn't do that and I'm dealing with the consequences as a result. But again, these are good problems to have. The puppy got we raised his money for surgery. We need to raise a little bit more, but that's neither here nor there. On that note, I'm calling it an evening. I am very, very tired. Have a good night, everybody.